what the movement was. Women's rights is the fight for the idea that women should have equal rights with men. Over history, this has taken the form of gaining property rights, the women's suffrage, or the right of women to vote, reproductive rights, and the right to work for equal pay. People who were involved in the movement. Elizabeth Cady Stanton, prominent 19th-century suffragist and civil rights activist Elizabeth Cady Stanton became involved in the abolitionist movement after a progressive upbringing. She helped organize the world's first women's rights convention in 1848, and formed the National Women's Loyal League with Susan B. Anthony in 1863. People who were involved in the movement, Part 2. Lucretia Mott was one of the leading voices of the abolitionist and feminist movements of her time. Mott helped form the Philadelphia Female Anti-Slavery Society in 1833, and later was among the founders of the American women's rights movement. Susan B. Anthony was inspired to fight for women's rights while campaigning against alcohol. She denied a chance to speak at a temperance convention because she was a woman. Along with activist Elizabeth Cady Stanton, Anthony founded the National Woman Suffrage Association in 1869. Social and political impact of women's rights. As for social, both movements were able to help society see women as strong, hard-working individuals. The women's rights movement granted women more political rights like property rights, whereas the women's suffrage movement achieved the 19th Amendment, which gave women the right to vote. A movement equal to the women's rights movement. The women's rights movement is about women being able to have the same rights as men and able to vote. The sanctuary campus movement is about immigrants being able to live in America and being able to have the same rights as Americans.